Infinity Games Podcast.
Welcome back to the Infinity Games Podcast. I'm KelryxsKing.
And I'm Jukebox Hero.
And this is episode 16.
We are, teenagers.
Oh, God, not again. I don't want to go through that again. No more voice changes, please.
Hi.
Oh, God. It's begun.
Just turn into the one teenager in the Simpsons universe.
Oh, God. Yeah, because it's all kids and adults, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he is like the one exception. As full as it sucks like this. Pretty much.
I don't Simpsons, so.
Yeah. No one's Simpsons anymore, are you kidding me?
I find it got kind of boring after its 18th season.
The dividing line was the movie.
I liked the movie. I don't like the Simpsons, but I enjoyed the movie.
I fucking loved the movie, but the changes came right after the movie.
Yep.
Like, even after the movie, people were starting to bitch about the seasons were getting dry.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, the movie made money. Let's do the show like that." Foolproof.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they had cell phones and were self-aware.
Terrible.
It's like, "Oh, Mom, who cares? I'm technically like 28.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
Like, please don't make those jokes.
I did enjoy that joke in the Family Guy crossover episode they did.
Oh.
Because, like, Nelson, he walks up to Bart and punches him in the stomach. And Stewie's like, "My God, man, how long has he been doing that to you?" And he goes, "About 25 years. I thought it was fucking hilarious.
Oh, God. I mean, in a crossover episode, maybe, but...
Yeah, I just thought that was too perfect.
I didn't know that happened. Though at the same time, I feel like I watched it.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
Probably.
That shit's been fucking...
Well, how long ago was that, though?
Oh, I want to say probably season 12. So, like, 3 years ago now that episode would have come out. Maybe more than that.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay, I probably didn't see it.
Nah, whatever. Either way.
Oh well.
Either way, it was funny because it was clean, right? Like, had been no other, like, hardcore fourth wall break self-awareness bullshit, and then just that came out of nowhere. I was like,
Boom.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, let's you put Bart Simpson, Stewie Griffin, and Ash Ketchum all in the same room. What happens?
Oh, God.
Immortals.
I don't want to think about it.
What happens? A Fall Out Boy song gets written. Ha!
You gotta have SpongeBob in there, though.
Nah, fuck SpongeBob.
But he's immortal, too.
But he's a sponge.
And what's your point?
Sponges don't age anyways.
But he's badass.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, he saved the world a few times.
So is everybody on TV.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways.
Yeah, anyways, this is a video gaming podcast, can you tell?
So, the Simpsons arcade game.
Oh, beautiful.
And that's all we're saying about that.
Actually, you know what? I do have something to say about that. I found out that it's no longer on PlayStation or Xbox Live.
I didn't even know it was.
Well, it was a huge deal when they were put on there back in like 2012 or whatever, but they've been gone for like 3 years at this point. It's kind of like the Scott Pilgrim game.
I'm still sad they took Scott Pilgrim away. I'm still happy I have it.
Yeah, and I'm so sad that I don't.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get it back.
Probably not. Well,
No?
I don't know. If I don't know if the creator did like a new book, like a Where Are They Now kind of thing, I could see it popping back up just for
Maybe.
Just for them to potentially cash some money, but that'd be about it.
Yeah. Anyways, games we've been playing?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Hidden
It's time for Games We've Been Playing, the segment where we give insight on what we've been playing. New or old, good or bad, here is what we've been playing. I'll go first because I just continued playing what I was doing last week. A little bit more Ni no Kuni, a little bit more Kirby Amazing Mirror.
Love.
I'm probably going to continue on with Ni no Kuni, but I think I'm going to drop Amazing Mirror.
Yeah?
Yeah, just because I don't know what paths I've taken through it.
Fair enough.
Like, if there was some sort of indicator of like, hey, you already went through the store, I'd be fine with it, but yeah. I don't feel like going back through the level like 12 times and drawing out maps like I did for Zelda and Metroid.
Yeah, it worked out for me, because when I played through the Amazing Mirror, like, I literally, like, I played through the Amazing Mirror. Like, I banged it out in, like, 3 days.
Yeah.
So I had no issues, you know, remembering where I'd been, because I literally just did it.
Yeah. I mean, it's already been like 5 days since I played, so I wouldn't know. Unless maybe they have like stars floating around the door. I know they do that for the big doors, but I don't know about the little ones.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And then Ni no Kuni is beautiful.
I love it. I'm really excited for the second one, but I'm also very nervous for the second one.
Yeah, like it might turn to shit.
Yeah, like from what I've seen, it looks more fun, mainly because it's like the new main character, they use a sword as opposed to magic. I'd assume you could still use magic and or have another character that does use magic, but it like, so from the little bit of gameplay I saw, it's like he ran in towards the boss, fucking chopped him up a little, dodged to the side or whatever, chopped him up some more, dodged backwards. Like, so it's more involved combat, which is what I felt Ni no Kuni was like kind of missing. Because it's like,
so did it look like button mash for like hit X 3 times to do 3 swipes or something?
Yeah, it didn't look button mash. It did look a little technical.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pull up a quick trailer for it or whatever.
Because with Ni no Kuni right now, because I got the familiar and I headed back to town so I could get a new magic wand and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm only like 2.5 hours in at this point. But with the familiar, you know, you get him up there, he attacks, and you can move left and right to dodge and stuff. I don't know if there's any dedicated buttons for dodging though. No,
I don't think so. It's kind of just like move around, stay out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Cast magic, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to find like some fight gameplay. There we go. Because you can still summon like familiars and stuff like that. Like, that's nothing new. Okay, the main character just threw a giant ass fireball, so magic is still very much a thing.
Well, I hope it would be.
Nope, there's dedicated dodging. One of the playable characters, a girl, she just did a dodge roll. And there must be like sub weapons and stuff, because she's holding a spear, but she dodged backwards and then like shot like this huge volley of arrows. Another character has a sword and a handgun, it looks like. So yeah, it definitely looks more involved. Like, it seems like there's a lot of like combos and stuff.
So
I
don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's a good change.
Okay, so with Ni no Kuni, what I was calling it was a baby's first action RPG. Because, I mean, I pretty much just sit there and hit X until the battle's over. But, I don't know. Because I feel if you have that, and then you turn it into, you actually have to do button combos and shit, and dodge moves and whatever, it's going to become too complicated.
I don't know. To me, it still looks really simple. It's not like button combos like Street Fighter or anything like that. It'd be like Dust. You know, like XXY is like swipe, heavy slam or whatever. It'd probably be just simpler stuff like that.
Well, I hope so. I just don't want them to make it too complicated compared to the first game. It might alienate the people who got in on the first game.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of those things. I mean, I don't know. That's where sequels I find have the hardest time, is it's like people want things to be different, but then people get mad if things are too different. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, there's certain things that should be different. I don't feel like the battle system that your entire, battles are based around should be really changed. You could add a few things to it maybe, but like...
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of like when you went from Final Fantasy, when you had turn-based to, latch onto the enemy with this weird light.
Ah, Christ. But, I was just gonna say, like, in Ni no Kuni 2's defense, I don't think it's supposed to come out until, like, mid-2018.
Oh, that's a ways yet.
So, I was gonna say, like, anything they're revealing now, it could very well be completely different when it does come out here. Hang on, I'm gonna find the release date real quick. Oh, never mind, it comes out in November.
Oh, fuck, that's a lot closer.
God damn it, I need to... Oh, no, platform. PlayStation 4, Microsoft Windows. You know what? Fuck it. I'll buy it. You come over. We'll literally play for an hour and a half and record the podcast while we're watching it.
Fuck, I dig it.
I'm down.
When does it come out?
November 10th.
So that'd be like...
Quick, pull up the calendar. We need to know.
So... Literally 16 more episodes from now, we'll do that. Everyone get mad hype for episode 33.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the hype.
All the hype.
No, I can dig that.
Anyways.
You said... hold on. You said Microsoft, does that mean it's coming on the Xbox? Or the Xbox?
It says Microsoft Windows.
So it might just be PC.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be PC.
Close enough.
Yeah, it doesn't say PC specifically. It just says Microsoft Windows. So, I don't know. Holy fuck, that's a time skip.
What?
Set hundreds of years after the events of Wrath of the White Witch. Bruh. Anyways.
Wait, hold on. If it was hundreds of years, like... in-game now, like, in the town or whatever, it looks like the 50s.
Yeah.
Or is it like the magical world is hundreds of years?
Yeah,
how are they going to explain this away?
I don't think any of the characters from Wrath of the White Witch are going to be present.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're building, like, a completely new game in the same universe. I think that's what they wanted to go for.
I was just going to say, if they have to switch between, like, the human world and the magic world or whatever, they would be like, 100 years in the magic world is like a day in the human world, hurt.
Yeah, that's exactly what they would have to do, because it said hundreds, hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So, that would also be kind of interesting, right? Because then they could make up a new futuristic version of our world, right? And then it's like characters will go from like sword fighting and magic casting and like, a gun here or there to flying cars and teleporters and shit. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I honestly can't even imagine that shit in the Ghibli aesthetic.
Yeah, no, neither can I. I think it'd be super cute. I think it'd be super cute.
It'd be pretty awesome.
I think Ghibli needs to do a futuristic setting movie.
Well, Hayao's working on another movie, so we'll see what he does.
Oh, man, I feel sorry for the poor guy. So poor that he has to come out of retirement for a 7th time. My God. My God. Anyways,
oh God.
Have you been playing anything else, or is it just those?
Just those.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. What about you? I know you're itching to get to it. Did you by chance die?
Nope, sorry, zoned out. I was playing Final Fantasy 12.
I didn't know you were still playing.
Not actually. I mean, like, it's on my TV, but it's paused. I paused it when we started. But
look at that pause animation. So sexy.
Actually, I'm just looking at Fran's equipment screen. It's riveting.
Oh, wonderful.
Riveting.
Hit me.
Well, I'll leave that one till after. I started a new phone app game.
What's that?
I started playing Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.
Oh, Jesus.
It's so fun.
Oh, if you say so.
It is. It's wonderful. Like, the main reason I started playing it was because of, a YouTuber.
Shady Penguin.
Yeah, that guy. Because he was playing it, and I've been looking at it for months now, and I was just like, honestly, the Google Play Store pictures and shit don't do it justice. Like, it looks so stupid from the Google Play Store, and then you actually play it, and you're like, wow, this is actually really cool. But, so Shady started playing it, and the first video he made of it, he, like, right at the beginning, he was like, okay, anybody that has any interest in this game, whether you stick to it or not, just start playing now. They're giving away tons of free shit. Like, it's making it insanely easy to get a really hardcore one-up in the game, and you're not going to struggle. You're going to start the game off with a ton of awesome units, like, etc., etc., etc. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's free to play, and they're giving away a ton of free shit. Like, I'm down. So
Nice.
I picked it up, and literally, like, they hand feed you, like, tons of stuff with the event that just passed. So
What's the gameplay like, though?
what it is it's like you have to summon units similar to, like, Summoner's War or the new Fire Emblem Heroes game or anything like that.
Okay.
You spend in-game gems to summon units. And, of course, you can buy more gems if you want to be, if you have to... If you're somehow making 300k a year, I mean, fucking go hard. But so of course there's microtransactions, just like any game, any phone game. So what it is you get your gems, you can summon units. Of course, like, you start the game and you get, like, so many freebies, and it's like, here's how to summon, blah blah blah. So you summon, and there are different rarities of character cards. And there's not just one character card. So it's not like you get one Goku card and then you have to level him up into, like, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. It's like there are, like, 3 different Super Saiyan 3 Gokus. There are a ton of normal Gokus. There's a bunch of different Kaioken Gokus and Super Saiyan God Gokus. Like, there's, like, 40 different Goku cards.
Okay.
So you build a team of 6, and every character has a different cost. So if I want to play, like, an ultra rare Goku card, he's going to cost probably 30 team points. Whereas if I wanted to play, like, a super rare Piccolo card, he might only cost, like, 12. But of course, the ultra rare Goku card is going to be stupid amounts stronger. So as you rank up and you get further into the game and everything, you get more team cost points, which allow you to stuff stronger and stronger units into your team.
Okay.
So, like, when I first started out the game and I was rank 1, I only had a team cost of like 40 or something. So I could put, like, because they gave away an ultra rare Goku card, and he's actually a very, very good card. So I put him in, and then I put, like, a couple of, like, random super rares that I pulled from, like, the very first freebies they give you right at the beginning of the game. And then the rest of your team of 6 is just filled by Cybermen if you can't fill the team. So then I leveled up, and now my team cost is like 116. So I have my ultra rare Goku, a super special rare Goku Black, a super special rare Super Saiyan God Goku, a super special rare Piccolo, and a super special rare Vegeta card. And then I just have, like, I think I have, like, Android 18 or something as another super rare, or super special rare or whatever. And then you just proceed through the main storyline. You get more Dragon Stones, summon more characters. You can do events to get Awakening Medals to change your super rare cards into super special rare cards. You can turn your super special rares into ultra rares, etc., and power them up. And the idea is same as any other game that plays similar. Just grind out, get stronger, dominate.
Sounds riveting.
It's actually a lot of fun. It's hard to explain, but I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
I don't doubt that it's fun. I just can't care about Dragon Ball Z.
I get it. I understand.
I feel like this is kind of a common type of free-to-play game.
Mm-hmm.
Except if I was going to get into it, I'd grab whatever generic anime version of it there is.
Yeah. I mean, shit, Their game's so similar. Like, I know there's one, it's called Soccer Spirits. It's the same concept. Like, it's a card fighting game with, like, anime soccer characters or whatever. Like, it's
weird.
Dumb. It's dumb, but
Sounds
I mean,
dumb.
It's like, it sounds dumb and it is dumb, but I mean, if 200,000 people buy
they did it because they like soccer.
Yeah, if 200,000 people download it and play it, and fucking 100,000 of them drop $20 each, I mean, you're fucking laughing at that point.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
you know, you mentioned Shady.
Yep.
And events, and you reminded me that there's like 4 fucking events going on in Duel Links right now.
Oh Christ, is there? I know Super Joey.
Okay,
and the Duelathon.
So there's the Duelathon, there's Super Joey, and there's they're giving away gems every day because it's half year, 1 year, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think I've already, just because I've been playing Dragon Ball and I've totally forgotten about Duel Links, I think I've missed 2 days to grab gems.
Yeah.
So I'm already down like 100 gems. Oh, they just revealed. I think they just revealed the new legendary duelist. Hang on.
He comes out on the 18th.
Have they said who it is?
I don't know. I just know it comes out on the 18th because all the events end on the 17th.
God damn it. I've prepared quite a show for you.
What?
I wonder. That's the little quote that they put. It says, I've prepared quite a show for you.
What's that guy who does the fire stuff? Despair or whatever the fuck his name was.
I got nothing.
He was from the first season. He dueled him and he used fire.
Oh, you mean Panic?
Yeah, Panic. I was about to say Fear.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would be.
I think it'd be kind of dumb at the same time. It'd be like, really? Like, you're going to give us, like, Panic before you give us, like, Yami Merrick or anything? Like,
yeah.
But, I mean, still, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I mean, when's the 18th? That's, what, 2 days away?
Yeah. No, they'll just bring 3. Bakura back.
Yeah, it'll be like, lol, fuck you guys. You thought you were getting a brand new one. No.
No. They're getting a new one, but like, my god, they just like overloaded the events and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like everything they've done in the past 2 months, they just dropped all at once.
Yep. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah. And right, and they also got a new mini box.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I have 2,000 gems right now.
Yeah.
I have no fucks to give about this new box. I think you should look into it. It's got much fire support.
Yeah,
I know.
Fire support, like, whatever for the effect cards and stuff, but I want that motherfucking field card, because we finally have a fucking fire field card.
Yep. The only downside is
Naturia,
that if it gets...
because I love Naturia.
Yeah. The only thing is, did they get 2 field spells, or is it just Fire King Island? Because I know Fire King Island is kind of...
There's another another field spell in there, but I can't remember what its effect is.
The only one I can think of is, like, Volcano.
No, it wasn't another fire one.
Oh.
I mean, it's plus 500 attack, minus 400 defense, but who the fuck uses their fire monsters in defense?
Well, that's just it. But I think if it's Fire King Island you're thinking about, then I think that one has the shitty effect that if it gets destroyed, it wipes out all your fire monsters.
I didn't see anything about that, but maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. I just, like I said, I've been pretty out of the Duel Links lately. I've been focused on Dragon Ball Z when I have free time, and then Final Fantasy when I'm home from work.
Do tell about Final Fantasy.
Oh, God. Can I be here for an hour?
No.
Oh. So, a quick story for all the listeners. When I was 12, like when...
Nice.
Ha! Didn't even do that on purpose. When Final Fantasy 12 was like newer, right? Like
right.
I'm just gonna do this real quick while I tell the story. It had come out. I went over to Buddy's house. Okay, 2006. So I would have been 11. Anyways, close enough. Haha.
Right.
So I borrowed this game from Buddy when I was 11 or 12, and I started playing it. And I thought it was great. I thought it was really different. Like, I thought it was cool how your allies fought on their own, because this was kind of the first Final Fantasy game that they did that, where it wasn't turn-based. So, as an 11-year-old kid who'd only ever played, like, Final Fantasy 10 and 4, I was like, this is amazing! 12-year-old Kelryx, yes, he sounded like that. True story. But,
you say so.
But, so, I played it, and I played it for a few days or whatever, and I got to this one area, and I got stuck as fuck. Like, I had no idea where to go.
Where do I go? What do I do?
I'm just gonna sit in the corner and jerk off. But, so...
That's a perfect solution for everything.
Exactly. So, I got super stuck, and I ran around, and I just, like, grinded up, and I, like, tried to half-ass figure out what I was supposed to do, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I had fun. There's other games that I want to play, so I'm just going to give this one back to Buddy, and maybe I'll come back to it another day. And I always meant to. I always meant to buy it on PS2 every time we went to, like, our video game stores or anything.
Well, it was there enough back then.
Exactly. And I don't know why. It always went over my head, or I always grabbed something else instead. I'd grab, like, a Mega Man game, wink, Hidden Gems, or I'd grab, like... I don't know, I'd grab, like, the One Piece game, no regrets. Again, Hidden Gems, wink, episode,
wink,
I don't know,
wink.
5 or 6. But, so I never got around to playing it again, and I always wanted to, because it felt wrong. Like, I've played a lot of Final Fantasy games, I've beat a lot of Final Fantasy games, so this one just always stuck out as, like, the one that got away for me. I was like, yeah, you bastard.
You got it.
Yeah.
You made it your bitch.
And then I think it was probably 8 or 9 months ago now, I was just trolling along, and I found a little snippet somewhere. I don't even know where. It was either like Instagram or Facebook, and it was like Final Fantasy 12 remake. And I was like, why did I back the fuck up? What? So I looked into it, and sure enough, they were remaking Final Fantasy 12, and they were calling it the Zodiac Age. And I'm like, all right. So the main thing is, of course, it's a remaster. And what happens with a remaster? The graphics get updated, they get made prettier, like, they usually update the game to whatever international/PAL version the game got that we didn't get, which is what they did with the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5. We got the Final Mix games. So in this one, what we got was Final Fantasy 12 got an international remake, where they introduced job classes, which I love jobs. Any game that has, like, designated jobs for your characters, I love the shit out of that stuff. I love how customizable your stuff is.
I was going to make a Steve Jobs joke.
Fuck Apple. But, so, I was like, oh, that's awesome. So, they put the job system into the Zodiac Age, but they also updated it, because in the international version, each character can only choose one job. So it's like you'd have your hunter, your samurai, a white mage, a black mage, an archer, and a dragoon
guy
or
with
whatever.
a hood.
Guy with the hood, sure. So what they did, and that was out of 12 job classes, so in any playthrough you could only have 6 jobs, right? Of course, that didn't stop you from, if you wanted 2 white mages or 2 samurais or whatever, like, you'd still do that. It would just limit your options. So in the Zodiac Age, they made it so that each character gets 2 job classes, which I think is fucking cool. So every class has its own license board, because in Final Fantasy 12, to equip any armor, to equip any weapons, to cast any spells, you first have to purchase the right to do it, a la real world money. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be awful.
That would be.
But could you imagine Final Fantasy 12 on iOS? Don't do it. 100 license points for $10. But oh god, if anybody makes that, TM, trademark. I want my cut.
I dig it.
So, like, for example, it's like if I'm running around and I find this treasure chest and I open it up and it's like, hey, you just found a blood sword. I can't just be like, oh, dope, give it to my knight. It's like, no, I have to go into his license board and find where the license to use the blood sword is and then purchase it. But you can't just fuck off to any part of the license board. Like, it works like a tree. So, for example, if my start point is dead center and then 4 spaces to the right is the blood sword, and it's like, let's say the blood sword license costs 10 license points, and then the 3 things between me and it are all worth 10 apiece, then that means I need 40 license points total so I can buy the 3 things leading to the blood sword and then also buy the blood sword.
Yeah.
Is anybody following? It's simpler than it sounds because there aren't blank spaces. Every space on the license board gives you something. It will either give you spells to use, abilities to use, passive skills, more max HP. It can give you an increase in physical damage or magic damage. It can make your potions and Phoenix Downs give you more health.
Can give you a bit more stamina. Wink.
It's the guys need it considering there's 3 guys and 3 girls. So I mean stamina on the license board. Yep. So I always thought that was cool. It's like, because I mean, yeah, you could grind out your game like hardcore, and you could level up your guys super high and get them shit tons of license points, but it's still not going to matter because you're still, even if you bought out your entire license board, you still can't use any weapon until you find it or buy it or something, right?
Just gonna dig a hole and maybe I'll find it there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't see it down there. Maybe if I just kind of crawl into the hole. It's a little bit dark in here, but maybe if I just kind of crawl into a ball now
and cry. So,
oh god.
So that was the main huge change. They also added in like some more ultimate weapons. They changed how many magic boosts and physical damage boosts are on each license board. I don't know if they added in any post-game stuff or anything. Like, I don't know what all the international version changed. So I don't know yet what all the Zodiac age changed from the original version of the game. But all I know is I got past the part that I was stuck at when I was 12, so the whole game is brand new at this point, and I'm loving the shit out of it so far.
You can give us an update when you find out what the Zodiac thingies are.
Oh, the Zodiac age
the stuff
references.
You didn't know.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
So I was going to say the reason it's called the Zodiac age is because it's called the Zodiac job system because there's 12 jobs like there are 12 Zodiac signs.
Yeah.
So that's why. But yeah, I'll update y'all when I get further.
How far into the game are you?
Not counting idling time, like maybe 8 hours total.
You cut out how what?
I say counting out idle time, like, because there have been a couple of times where I've like left it running and like made dinner or something.
Okay.
So if like I cut out, because right now I think my timer reads 10 hours 37 minutes.
Oh, you weren't that far in then.
No,
when
like
you got stuck.
My highest level character is 19 right now.
Got it. So you got like the whole fucking game ahead of you still.
Pretty much, yeah.
So.
I just unlocked my second license board, so it's like now I need twice as many points to do anything, pretty much.
I'm just gonna let the listeners know why I've been so quiet through this. My experience with Final Fantasy XII is I bought it for like $2 and I played it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like going through the city and I got to a point where it's like giving me tutorials on how to fight and it's like lock on to this rat with your Archie beam thing.
Yep.
Now hit X to like attack it or whatever. Oh, quick, parry, dodge, blah blah. And I'm like, oh, I don't even fucking wanna.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
I just turn-based all the way. I can't stand action RPGs.
I
like
totally
the melding of action and turn-based, kind of like Ni no Kuni. Which is why I was hoping Ni no Kuni could like break me out of that. Like, yeah.
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 Kuni does a very good job meshing them. It really does. Final Fantasy 12 has a harder time. But I agree. As far as Final Fantasy comes, if somebody was like, hey, I don't know if I should play Final Fantasy 12 or if I should play Final Fantasy 4, I'd be like, no, go play 4. Go play 4.
And I'd say go play 6.
Well, 4 or 6 or the original. Go play one of them. Or 7. Do one of those. Don't touch 12 until you've gone through at least like 3 or 4 others.
Yeah. I'm kind of scared now that, because they've been kind of going in order. What happens? Are they going to remaster 13?
I would hope not, because they wouldn't
all
sell any.
3 versions of it.
I would really hope not. I don't think 13 got an international version or anything, so if they remastered it, it'd be pretty pointless.
Yeah. It's just they're going in order for their remasters and stuff. It's just like, it came out, what, like 3 years ago Lightning Returns came out or something? Like, it wasn't that long ago. Or at least
remember.
It doesn't feel that long ago.
I have no idea.
That's just a thing I hate, where they're remaking games that were released last generation. It just bothers me.
No idea. Yeah, no, I'd hope to God they don't remake Final Fantasy 13. If they do, I won't buy it.
Announced tomorrow. We're remaking Final Fantasy 15.
15? Okay.
We're getting rid of all that driving bit.
Oh, Christ. Only downside to that game, honestly, was just how fucking long it took you to get anywhere.
Right.
Like, the fast travel system was really generous, but there are a couple times where you weren't able to. It was like, I'm gonna go make a sandwich.
Vroom, vroom. Can you do anything higher than 10 kilometers per hour?
I loved how everybody had the same opinion. If you had, like, GTA level control over the car, awesome. But no, it's like, hold X to go.
Yeah, this is Square Enix. They've never done a racing game.
Yeah, right?
At least not that I know of.
Anyways, I would hope they hadn't. You never played Final Fantasy Racing? What?
Oh, God. Chocobo Racing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've been playing the Dragon Ball Z game, and I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 12. I'm going to be talking about Destiny 2 next week.
Oh, dear Lord.
Y'all get ready.
Oh, dear God.
The beta fucking drops on Monday. I'm going to be balls deep in that shit.
Oh, fuck.
Jukebox is excited.
I'm so thrilled. Can you tell?
Your boner says otherwise.
Oh, God.
I can see through the computer. Nah, he pooped himself.
I'm dead.
Anyways, so moving on from games we've been playing, I have a hidden gem to talk about briefly.
Yes.
I had this huge craving to play it the other day, and I could have fucking sworn I bought it. I swear to God I bought it when we were at our video game stores like years ago. I could have sworn I picked it up for like $20, but I can't find it. Do I have to? Can't I just be super vague about it?
No, we're not playing the pronoun game or anything.
Aww. Okay, so the hidden gem that I want to talk about it's called Mega Man X Command Mission. And I think it's kind of funny because I only just now realized this, but it falls into like how we were just talking about like turn-based is best, because it's literally a Mega Man game, but it's an RPG and it's turn-based.
Yeah, I could have swore you had it too.
I swear I did, but I might be thinking like maybe my brother owns it or something. I don't know. Maybe he.
No, I'm pretty sure it was you.
I could have sworn maybe I'll take another look. Anyways, so I had this huge craving to play it. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna pop it in my PS2 or my GameCube, whichever system I bought it for, and I'm just gonna go hard. Because it was the same thing with Final Fantasy 12. I played it when I was a kid. I got to a certain boss. He was stupid hard compared to the other ones up to that point, and I could never beat him.
Man, that's like a common thing when we were kids.
Right?
I mean, what the fuck do you do when you hit a like boss or part of game you don't know what to do?
Yeah, the internet. Oh wait, that's right. That shit didn't exist back then.
I mean, it did, but it's not like we really had it.
Yeah, not in the super accessible form it is today.
Yeah, and I mean, even then, it was like game FAQs existed, but we didn't know it existed.
Yeah, I remember when I was at the at like my after school club thing.
Okay.
With all the kids. This one older guy was like, because I was playing Zelda, the Minish Cap, and he was like, "How do you like your game?" I was like, "Oh, it's great." You know, he was like, "Do you want me to get you like a guide for it?" And I was like, "That'd be fucking awesome." So I expected him, because it's like my dad had bought me video game guidebooks throughout the years, right? So it's like I was expecting him to genuinely come into the club the next day or whatever with a guidebook and let me borrow it while I played through the game. So he shows up the next day with a binder full of paper and he's like, "Here you go." And I was like, "What?" And I opened it, and he literally printed out the entire GameFAQs FAQ.
Wow.
I was like, "You're kidding." And he's like, "Nah, man, go hard." And I'm like, "Thanks."
You know, I just want to pretend that he still had a dot matrix printer. Like one line at a time. The whole FAQ.
But so yeah, it was like a binder with like 100 pages in it. I was like, "Holy fucking shit!" Okay, and I was 9, so going from guidebooks with like pictures and shit to literally just hard writing with hard descriptive writing,
right?
Like, I had no idea what to do, so I just put it aside. It got thrown out or something years later.
Yeah, look for the totem monument and go due west.
Exactly. So, I was like, what?
Where's the picture of it? What's a totem monument?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I appreciated the guy trying to help me out, but I was like, "Dude, what?" So that was when I learned what GameFAQs, game FAQs. That's when I learned what that was.
And it's wonderful.
Oh yeah. So
thoughts
this
just
Mega
left
Man
your
game.
head.
Yeah, this thoughts are gone. So this Mega Man game, same as any other game, pretty much. I rented it, played it, got stuck, and the rental was up or whatever, and I just didn't touch it for years later. So pretty much the way this game works is it's Mega Man X and Zero, and later in the game Axel, and then there's a few more custom characters made for the game and the game's story and everything. And the way it plays is each character has their main weapon they can equip and 2 sub weapons. So of course, like Mega Man X has his Buster, his arm cannon, so he can get different ones. He can get like a Fire Buster, a Lightning Buster, whatever. He gets a bunch of different ones.
Taste my lemons.
Yeah. Lemons, yeah. But Zero has his Z Saber. Axel has his twin pistols, like whatever. And so the sub weapons though are like you can equip like a bunch of different stuff. You can equip like elemental missiles. You can equip like Zero gets one
Swordy Sword.
Yeah, Swordy Sword. Yeah, that one. Zero gets one called Heat Haze, which when you use it creates a copy of him, so every attack he does extra damage.
Nice.
Because the shadow that he creates also attacks. It's cool. Each character also has what's called an action trigger or like an ultimate attack. Because every turn, the characters fill like an ATB gauge kind of out of a percentage of 0 to 100. And any action besides using like items or just your standard attack uses up some of that energy. So if you have 50 to 100, you can use your ultimate attack, which for Mega Man X it's a charge shot. For Zero, you can put in like Street Fighter button combinations to do different kinds of slash attacks. Axel can morph into different bosses that you've defeated and do different types of damage depending on the boss, etc., etc. And then the sub weapons, depending on what they do, how what they do, how strong they are, blah blah blah. Use anywhere from, I think the lowest is like it uses up 5%, and I think the most expensive uses up 35% or something.
Okay.
And then each character also has a hyper mode. So X puts on like his ultimate armor and gets like a giant fucking like electric claw or whatever that he can use to do huge damage. Zero turns black and gets a damage boost. Axel can turn invisible so that enemy attacks can't hit him, that kind of thing. It's very, very bare bones RPG mechanics with Mega Man characters put into them. And it's a ton of fun. It's very simple. It's, like I said, it's like you're going to get to like, there are a couple of bosses where it's like it throws you to the fucking wolves. It's like, good fucking luck. Might have to go back and grind.
Sorry, my mind was getting blown.
But my body...
My body's telling me yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
The thing with the stuff. So anyways, like I said, I just wanted to touch briefly because as with any hidden gem that Jukebox and I talk about, which I don't think we've talked about in a little while here, but...
No, I think the last one was the One Piece game.
Yeah, I love the One Piece game. More about that right now.
Oh, God. No.
I'm kidding. I ranted about that for literally like 25 minutes that episode, but...
So good.
So good. Love that
so
game.
Good.
Wish we'd gotten all the other ones.
Import them one day.
Yeah, maybe. I've thought about it. Costs a bit, though.
Dude. So, I was on Facebook to get rid of the fucking notifications. First thing at the very top, my childhood best friend from Saskatoon before we moved.
Yeah.
Apparently he's going to Japan.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Jealous. We'll go one day.
One day.
When we have that Infinity Games podcast YouTube money.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if you want to support us, feel free to subscribe. Leave a like, give us a comment, maybe get us on our Twitter at games_podcast or on Facebook at Infinity Games Podcast. And maybe if you really love us, you'll give us a little bit of money because we like money and we need money, and it'd be great if you just support us. Blech.
So Mega Man. So, as I was saying, with every hidden gem that we ever talk about, it's usually games that we played when we were kids that left a lasting impression, Like, it's like, I'd played Mega Man games. I'd played the Battle Network games. I'd played a couple of the old school 2D side-scroller games.
You played a lot more Mega Man than I did.
I played a lot of Mega Man. So when this Mega Man X Command Mission game came out, I was like, oh, super awesome, right? The cover looks cool, which is pretty much how you figure out anything back in those days.
Right.
So I got it, and it was just so different, and I enjoyed it so much, right? Like, it was just really fun. I could ramble endlessly, like I always can, but at the end of the day,
it's a hidden gem.
Exactly. So,
ooh, sparkle, sparkle, shiny.
So it's on GameCube. It's on PS2. Like we always tell you, the price point, I think averages. I think the highest I've ever seen it is $40 Canadian, which is absurd. But I mean, to my knowledge, it didn't sell like super well, so it's a little harder to find. But if you have any like older video game stores in your area, you could probably find it. If it's $30 Canadian or less, I would pick it up. I really would. Especially if you're a Mega Man fan. Like, maybe you've only played the 2D side-scrollers. Maybe you've only played the original Mega Mans. Maybe you haven't played Mega Man X or at all. But if you're a Mega Man fan and you don't mind spending a little bit of money, pick up this game if you find it. Because you're probably going to enjoy it just as much as I did. Just when you get to the flying bird fire bastard, good luck. Because he's an unfair piece of garbage.
I thought you disconnected for a second there. I'm like, if you get to the Firebird, what? What happens when you get to the Firebird?
What happens, Kelryx?
I was just looking up on eBay. You can get the game for between 18 and 25 Canadian dollars.
Boom.
Get it.
Go do that.
Go play it.
Go do that. Love it. Send us a comment telling me how wrong I am when you find out you hate the game because it's trash and I'm just stupid. It's good, I promise.
That would never happen. We only tell people to play good games.
Yeah.
Like Hide Light.
Yeah.
What?
What?
I'm kidding. Don't play Hide Light. It's trash.
Play Hide Light for the sake of like being able to laugh at how trash it is.
For being able to tell people that you've played it.
Yeah.
And not cry.
Do that. That. So anyways.
That wraps up Hidden Gems.
Our main topic. Animu!
Animu in mangoes.
I
like mangoes.
Mangoes are wonderful.
Fuck, I want it. I want mangoes now.
Alright, so we're talking about the Animus in Assassin's Creed.
Oh god, please don't.
No.
Fucking hate Assassin's Creed.
Me too.
Ass-ins crack.
I love that. Assassins. I used to bug Buddy at work because he loves Assassin's Creed, so I'd be like, did you play Assassin's Creed last night? He'd be like, God damn it, shut up.
And dude, I'd get all nerd on that. I'd be like, did you play Assassin's Creed?
What?
What?
Yeah, that. You heard me. Don't make me repeat myself, bitch.
Bit.
So, no, we're talking about anime and manga.
In general.
We haven't talked about anime. That was what, episode?
I think 7 was when we did the
Ghibli.
Where we just kind of butchered what Ghibli movies were.
I'm finding out.
Okay.
I'm finding out. I'm gonna find it. It was episode 7. Look at us go. Hey.
You know, we need like a list in front of us every time we do this so it can be like, we talked about it on this one. Go, go, go.
Yeah, go. Oh, quick thing I need to mention, by the way. I love the little snippets you're doing.
Oh, yeah?
They're wonderful.
Yeah. I started putting those on Facebook. For anyone listening, if the podcast is just a little too long for you, we're cutting out the good bits.
Yeah. So I believe Jukebox has 2 now where we talk about the lack of music in Breath of the Wild. That one's funny. I'm comedy gold in that one, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, you're wonderful. That's why I put it in there.
Yeah, and
I was
then the other
like
one,
scrubbing through the episode. I'm like, and you're just like, nothing the fuck to give about here. And I was like, yep, they're right here. This is gold.
Click, drag, pull out, boom,
zoom, enhance,
yes.
Zoom, enhance.
But yeah, so Jukebox started doing these little snippets of our podcast, which is like the, of course, like the little entertaining bits that even we like chuckle about and have fun with afterwards. We're like, that was fucking, we did good there.
Yep.
So there's the 2. There's the one we talk about. Yeah, we talk about the music in Breath of the Wild, and then what the hell was the second one? I literally just listened to it like yesterday.
The nightmare spider that I popped.
Right! That motherfucker.
With the babies that I literally burned.
Kill it with fire. But yeah, like, I got my girlfriend, Alexa Queen, and I, she sat down and we watched them both.
Yeah.
And she was like, that's actually super convenient. And I said, right?
Yeah, I actually have a third one ready to go, so that's going up tonight. And
hooray!
I guess yesterday for people who are listening when this is released.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Could you imagine? Yeah, well, I have number 3 already. It's going up yesterday. Wait, what?
I am magic.
Yes. So yeah, so
Animus.
Jukebox started doing those. They're really awesome. Anime and manga time. And I don't know if Jukebox watched it or not yet though, but it's brand new, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But the Castlevania anime came out on Netflix. It's only 4 episodes. It's an hour and a half. Go fucking watch it because it's wonderful.
I haven't watched it yet. I didn't realize it was 4 episodes. I'm like, man, I want to watch more anime, but I don't want to watch like 26 episodes of this thing right now.
Yeah, no, it's literally like the length of a movie. Like, just sit down for an hour and a half.
I'll watch it tomorrow. We can talk about it for the next podcast.
Yay. But yeah, it's fucking great, especially if you're a Castlevania fan. Go watch it. It's the fucking titties. I'm so mad there were only 4 episodes. My girlfriend was mad there were only 4 episodes. She's never played a Castlevania game in her life. Wait, that's a lie.
Hold on
She
a
played
second.
Meryl?
I like titties.
Don't we all, Jukebox? Don't we all?
Yes. Everybody love a good pair of tits.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like, my girlfriend's never played no, okay. Again, I was about to save myself there. She has played Symphony of the Night, but she only played it, I think, for like maybe 3 or 4 hours because she's never played anything Metroidvania-ish.
Oh god, I'd fucking hate it.
Oh yeah, so like she enjoyed it. She was like, this is fun, but it's just I can't bring myself to play more because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. And every time she wasn't sure, she'd try and ask me, and it's like, I haven't played it in years. I don't know. So I tried to show her,
you can go
like,
in any which direction, so how would you know to begin with?
Yeah, exactly, right? So I mean, so she played it for a bit, but it died pretty fast because she didn't know what she was doing. So it wasn't as much fun as it could have been for her.
Right.
But so I was like, do you want to watch the Castlevania anime with me? And immediately she's like, and I'm like, it's 4 episodes. She goes, that's it? I'm like, that's it. Okay. So we sit down, we watch it, we get to the end of the 4th episode, and both of us are just like, really? That's it? You sons of bitches.
See, when you told me there was a Castlevania anime, because I had no clue that was coming out, my only question was, is there puns? Is there monster puns?
Yes, there are a few puns.
The best. The absolute best. 10 out of 10. Don't even need to watch it. Masterpiece.
Yeah. Like, the one thing that I will mention, and then we'll move on to some other stuff, because, again, I don't want to start talking and then potentially spoil anything. But
My
2
poor
things.
Ears.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
So, 2 things. The anime is based around the 3rd Castlevania game.
Ooh.
It's based around...
Ooh.
Oh, what's the 3rd one called?
Dracula's
What's the
Curse.
subtext? That one. So it's based around Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, which is what everybody pretty much agrees is the best NES Castlevania game.
For sure.
For sure. So it's based around that.
Yeah, I guess. I just
don't know.
I just have more
Simon's-
experience with the first one.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know. Simon's Quest is pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. That's... Okay, never mind. For sure, that's the absolute best.
Fuck, put a stake in my heart for that comment. Moving on.
Are you Dracula?
So, yes.
Then
Fun fact.
Gladly will.
You don't want to be a vampire? I'll hook you up.
Okay. Wait, do I have to sleep as a vampire?
No.
Oh, perfect.
You might sparkle a bit, but that's about it.
I can live with that.
Yeah, me too. So, real talk though, the Twilight vampires, not bad. Aside from the bullshit sparkling thing, their power set is pretty awesome.
You know, it's actually kind of funny. The more you watch those movies, like, he sparkles in the first one to make a point, and it's like, oh, look at him in the sunlight, blah, blah. Literally every movie after that, they barely sparkle.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, in the 2nd or 3rd one or whatever, when they're at the Vatican or some shit, he, like, walks out into the fountain with his shirt off and he sparkles a bunch. Whatever.
But that's about it.
There's like a million fight scenes without shirts and none of them sparkle, and I'm like, well, fuck this and your continuity.
Yeah, right? But, so, it's based off of Dracula's Curse. It has a little bit of, like, Symphony of the Night in it. Not story-wise, just, like,
Dracula's Castle kind of thing.
Yeah, you're gonna see Dracula's Castle, and like when I saw it for the first time, I was like, that's the Symphony of the Night castle, like fucking hands down.
Nice.
So, but that's about it. And also, Trevor Belmont is voiced by the guy that played Thorin Oakenshield in the Hobbit movies.
I'm sure for people who like The Hobbit, that'll be awesome.
It's wonderful. He knocks that shit out of the park. Moving on.
God, it's kind of funny. This is our main topic because I just have like small things to mention.
I have a couple of things that I can talk about for a little bit because I went on like a huge anime binge
Nice.
like 2 months ago. So
okay, so earlier this week I watched The Devil is a Part-Timer on Netflix.
I see that all the time and I'm just like, I'm curious, but not that curious.
Honestly, because the selection on Netflix is so shit, I was like, okay, I know this is like slice of life-ish, and that's right up my alley, so I'm gonna fucking, hit this up, because I hear it's good. It was pretty good.
Can't complain?
Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, the premise is that they're stuck in the human world, and it's like Satan and his Commander General and Lucifer and some Archangel and all this other bullshit. So most of it is like, these guys don't understand the fucking human world and they're trying to live in it kind of deal. And then the other half of it is like the angel trying to stop the devil.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, and it's only like 12 episodes, so it doesn't drag on with the jokes and it doesn't drag on with the, oh no, how do we get back for like 12 episodes. It's just everything kind of hits and then it's gone and it's done and it's not too bad.
I like when animes do that. Like, it makes me sad because the animes that do that are often very short and very good. Yeah. And then you want more after, but then you realize later, you're like, if there was more, then it would feel, Bebop, Fooly
Cooly, Madoka Magica. Like, everything that I love is pretty short.
Yep.
And
Madoka Magica, and it's, 11 episodes? Actually 12, but inside joke.
Yeah, I'll tell everyone that right now. So
yay,
it's still in my top 3, and I was trying to get people to watch it and stuff, and I kind of binged, and I spent way too much money to get the Blu-rays when they were new, and I invited a buddy over from university, and he had barely watched any anime up until that point, so I was getting him to watch new things, and he was loving them, so I kept feeding him new stuff, and I gave him Madoka Magica because it's like a deconstruction of the magical girl genre, and I don't think he could have sat through, 100 episodes of Sailor Moon or some shit. So we get to episode 11, the point where Burgersburg blah blah night or whatever the fuck is happening, and everything's just turning to absolute shit, and the world's like falling apart, and the episode ends, and I'm like, well, that's the end of it. How'd you like it? And he's like, what? He's like over-exaggerating his arm movements. His jaw's literally dropped. He's like, how even? What? How? How do you end this like this? And how even? And then like the opening starts playing for the next episode. He's like, what's happening? Is it repeating? What's going? Because he, like, in that like one moment in his panic, I pretty much just convinced him that it was over, and he thought the anime was starting over from episode 1. Dude's like a pacifist. I think he almost punched me.
Yeah, probably. I did something similar to I can't think of like a nickname for him, so I'm just gonna say the friend of mine that you're not a fan of.
You cut out again. That what?
The friend of mine that I met through work.
Oh, okay.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So him and his girlfriend and me and my girlfriend, we went over to his place because he wanted to watch Attack on Titan. And I was like, cool, I have the first season. Let's go over and watch it. Right? So, minor spoiler warning. If you have any fucks to give about Attack on Titan, I'm sure you've seen it by now, and this should come as no surprise. But I'll still warn anybody. Just skip ahead 1 minute real quick. We got to the part where Eren, quote unquote, dies. Like when he gets swallowed by the Titan, his arm flies off in front of Armin's face, and it's like, holy fucking shit. I stopped on a dime. I thought of this right at this second, and it was too perfect. I turned to my buddy and his girlfriend, and I go, and you thought he was the main character. They lost their minds. They were like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? And I'm like, he's on the cover to throw you off. Like, you honestly thought it was going to be this easy? I want to kill all the Titans, and he's just going to become, like, this total badass? Like, nah, bitch. Like, they were so fucking pissed.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was so fucking perfect. And I don't know how, but me and my girlfriend both held like a perfectly straight face while they freaked out. So it just added to the possibility that I was actually telling the truth. Oh, it was so perfect. You had to be there.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Oh, it was so fucking funny.
You know, it's
spoilers over.
It's kind of easy when if they've never seen it, and if you're binging it, because it's like with my buddy. I mean, we were, 11 episodes in after a single sitting of watching this whole anime. So we're like 3 hours in. He's invested. He's like sitting forward, elbows on knees, kind of like watching. It's just like, yeah, no, it's done.
So mean. We're so cruel.
Yeah.
So
I did that for another one. I can't remember though.
I don't know. I was gonna say, have you been watching anything else like new or?
Fuck, I literally can't remember. Because, I was watching something else on Netflix. Oh, right, Little Witch Academia. So I saw the first one, which was kind of a big deal, because that was Studio Trigger, which was a bunch of the people from Gainax who worked on, like, Gurren Lagann, Panty and Stalking and stuff like that. They created...
Pause game.
What's up?
Is it worth watching? Because I keep scrolling past it, and I'm curious, but I don't know if I want to bother.
Okay, watch the first 23-minute mini-movie. Like, not the anime series, but the short film.
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm actually talking about right now, is the short film. Because I watched that, and that was a huge deal, because that was the first thing to come out of Studio Trigger to kind of show off, like, hey, look at us, we can actually do good shit. And it's crazy adorable, dude. The English dub feels a little bit forced.
Okay.
Like, I'm not sure if maybe I don't pick up the nuances in the Japanese or something, but it just feels rushed and forced in English for some reason.
Yeah.
Because they jam a lot into that 23 minutes, but seriously, dude, it's super adorable. The animation is wonderful. And what they actually did is they made a second one that was twice as long as the first. And I've
seen that one on there too. It's like 52 minutes or something.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one, but I knew it's been out for quite a while now. So me and my girlfriend, we watched both of them, and still fucking adorable. Love it. I just found out that there's actually a full anime series, and it's a Netflix original. Like, I didn't know that because it happened in January, and I'm so far out of, like, staying current on anime. But, like, my God, dude, I have to watch that.
I love that Netflix is picking up, like, manga and anime series, because they did the same thing for the 7 Deadly Sins.
I saw that.
And the animation is so fucking good.
They also did Cyborg 009 or something like that.
I haven't bothered with that.
Yeah.
I have such a hard time picking up anime. Like, it's easy for me to be, like, scrolling through my manga apps and be like, this looks fucking interesting, and I'll read it. But I can't do it with anime, because I know that if I want to start a new anime, I have to put in at least an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I got to get through at least 4 or 5 episodes before I can really write it off.
Yeah, I've got the 3-episode rule.
Yeah.
If it doesn't got me in 3 episodes, it's just trash anyways.
I do the same thing with animes. I do the same thing with TV shows. I do the same thing with mangas. Although, it varies depending on length. Like, if somebody was like, hey, go watch Daredevil, and I'm like, well, shit, each episode's a fucking hour long. I'm like, I'll watch 2 episodes. And if it doesn't have me, it's not gonna have me.
Yeah.
But with manga, I have a rule of thumb. If somebody's like, go read this manga, I will read anywhere from 15 to 20 chapters.
Go read Prison School.
No. I've it's funny you should mention that one, because I got 15 chapters in and I was like, fuck this garbage.
Asses are the meaning of life.
Christ.
No, dude, I actually read that one, and it's so horrid. I mean, I like it because it's pretty much a joke into of itself. It pretty much makes fun of the whole genre.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna call it ecchi. It's not ecchi.
I did appreciate that part. I appreciate that it made fun of itself for how stupid it is. I was like,
yeah.
Credit is due where credit is due, you know?
But my God, dude, it's like 256 chapters in now. They spent like a whole 80 chapters or some shit, like literally 2 years on, if you imagine in the span of days within the universe. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was like 2 days worth of content, technically.
Yeah.
They spanned over 2 years. I was like, my God, this is some like fucking Naruto shit right here.
Right? I love Naruto.
Because it was like some sort of race. And yeah, it was like every single chapter was just like, oh, we're still in the race. Oh God, something else is happening. They've taken 3 steps since the last chapter.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so that was brutal. And they became so self-aware when they were finally finishing the race that like a helicopter fucking came in and exploded or something. And they're like, oh God, just end it already.
Yeah, no kidding.
There's like super fourth wall breaking.
But yeah, what was I just talking about? But yeah, so it's like I have the same rule where it's like you can't just write something off right away. Yeah. It's like you gotta give it. Well, it depends on what.
Yeah. I mean,
but like,
people know themselves. So like if I told you to go watch some slice of life, you're probably already gonna hate it.
I've read plenty of slice of life stuff.
First off, I said watch, and second off, ain't your cup of tea.
Son of a bitch. It's not. I don't know. With me personally and slice of life stuff, it depends. Because I haven't read or watched much.
Watch Nichijou.
I might go watch Nichijou.
I mean, I don't care if you do. Everyone else, go watch Nichijou.
I'm gonna crash. Anyways, Nuke. I read the entirety of Nisekoi. I loved Nisekoi. It dragged on way fucking longer than it needed to, in my opinion, but it was still good.
So, because I dropped it when I just stopped reading manga altogether and watching anime for a couple years there in uni. And then I found out that it ended like months ago, so I read the last chapter. Mm-hmm. I was quite a ways in, so I was probably 180-ish. And yeah, they just like, every time it was like, okay, something's going to come to a solution, they just add another girl in there. It was like, oh, why? We already know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So who he's going to pick from like the 3rd chapter onwards.
Yeah, and it's like, he gets the key, he finally gets in the locket, he goes to turn it in, it breaks, and I'm like, are you actually fucking shitting me?
And then he goes to get it fixed, and then they're like, so I could open it, but if I open it, it'll break forever. And I'm just like, you want to know what's inside? Who the fuck cares if it's broken? Like,
yeah, I'd be there on like the first chapter with a hammer.
Yeah.
It'd be like, chapter 2, the end.
Yeah, I'd be like, goodbye. But it was good, but it could have been ended in like 50 chapters, and it would have been just as good of a read.
Yeah, no kidding.
I lost my train of thought. Like, right? I don't fucking know. Anyways,
okay, so anime. Hold on, we were talking about the buffer we give to figure out if we're going to drop it or not, and then I mentioned prison school, and then you said Nisekoi.
Yes. Also, real quick, one time has my buffer been overwritten.
For what?
One time. Fruit Basket. I read 2 chapters of that, and I threw my phone across the room. I wanted nothing to do with that trash heap, and I know your girlfriend loves that shit to the moon and back, but my God, is it terrible.
We have like 2 different versions of the limited edition for the anime.
Oh, God.
Has like every like Tokyo Pop manga. Actually, you know what? I found like hardcover omnibuses of it once, so I should have bought them.
Jesus. I mean, kind of cool, but like, Jesus. Because I was just like sitting, like watching old YouTube videos, and I was like, I should read a manga. I was like, what's that one Jukebox's girlfriend really likes? And I was like, Fruits Basket. I was like, she loves that. She loves a couple of others that are pretty decent. Like, I know she reads, like, what was it, Vampire Knight? And I think she's read
D-Greymon,
and has she seen Rosario Vampire?
I don't think so. I think she tried and saw too many panties and stopped.
Gotcha. The anime is bad like for everyone. That. The manga is much more tasteful. But anyways,
Misori is best girl.
Misori is like next level best girl. Right? She's awesome.
Fave.
She's the snow girl, right? I'm fucking rusty on my names. Thank God. Oh, what's her name? Surame or something, who's the succubus. I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
fuck
been a
her.
while. I don't like her. I like her, but I don't like her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, super quick story before I continue on Rosario Vampire. Me and the girlfriend, back when I had money, we were at HMV, and she saw it, and she was like, "This looks awesome." And I was like, "Oh, I've read the manga. It's really good. You should watch it."
Oh,
so we
God.
buy it for her. She gets like 3 episodes in. She like comes into the bedroom or whatever, and she's like, "You watched this fan service ass motherfucking show?" And I go, "Okay, hold the fuck up for a minute. The manga is not nearly as bad." She goes, "Prove it." So I like look at the TV. I'm like, chapter 17. No, I'm not that good. One Piece, maybe. Anything else, hit or miss. So I'm like, okay, that I have a general idea. So I like go on my phone, I go on my manga app, and I find the exact same scene. I'm like, okay, play 2 minutes of the anime right now. She plays it, and it's like boobs swinging and bouncing, panty shots galore. Like, you know how fan service anime is. So I'm like, okay, pause. She pauses. I'm like, read this chapter. She reads it, takes a couple minutes, reads it, and she's like, okay, you're off the hook.
Yeah, it's like the manga, you'll have like one striped panty. The anime, you'll have like a whole shower scene blurred by fog or some shit.
Yeah, like the anime just like takes it up a notch. The anime is still great. Like, it's still a really good anime, and it's an awesome manga. It's just like, well, if you're worried about fan service, just go read the manga. It's because it's a lot more tame.
Because I remember telling you this, because like I have the entire like first series worth of manga pretty much, and then I was watching the anime, and that was back when I was like kind of first getting into anime, 2008 to 2010ish. And fucking my mom comes downstairs. I'm at the bottom of the stairs on the computer. She's like, "Oh, what's this?" And I'm like trying to play it off, be like, "Oh, it's this, monsters, and they're at this place and they're fighting and stuff," and it's just like fan service all over the screen. And I'm like, "Please go away, Mom." You're not gonna get it.
There are size W anime titties bouncing on my screen. Walk away.
Yeah. But no, I'm serious. It's all about fighting and stuff. Oh god. I mean, it kind of was. I was at like the season finale where there's big fights.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so I tried to read Fruit Basket, and I just couldn't. I couldn't. I tried to buffer it. I tried to do the 15-20, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't get through it. It was just so bad.
Go watch Nichijou.
So.
That is like my 10 out of 10 slice of life anime right there.
A few of the animes that I watched recently I've watched a lot of like getting stuck in video games.
Oh, so like Log Horizon, XL World shit.
Yeah, exactly. I watched Log Horizon.
The new genre of Sword Art Online, but not Sword Art Online.
Done better than Sword Art Online. At least Log Horizon is. Log Horizon's fucking genius.
Okay, so the thing is, Sword Art Online is, okay, it's not a rom-com, but it's all about like the harem pretty much. Whereas Log Horizon's actually like, hey, gamers, you know that thing where you have to like actually watch your mana and do spells and actually, game?
That's Log Horizon.
Yeah.
Like, this team of max level characters gets into a fight with level 20 enemies at the beginning of the anime, and they get their asses kicked. Because they have no idea what they're doing. Because they're trying to, like, access their menus and shit. Because it's not like SAO. It wasn't like they got trapped in a VR game. It's like if you were playing World of Warcraft and suddenly you became your World of Warcraft character IRL.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have fucking macros and keyboard buttons to tell you to cast magic missiles and shit. Like, you have to actually cast the magic. So they have a really hard time figuring all that shit out.
To the in-game library.
Exactly. And then later in the series, I
actually got to read the shit.
Yeah. And then later in the series, they find out about, I can't remember what they call them, but it's like a new special type of skill that each that is 100% unique to each character, because it's literally when you're in the game and you use a spell or a skill or something, and then you fucking 180 it and you use it in a different way than it's intended, and therefore the system of the game creates a new spell that's unique to you. So like this one character, she's like a shaman or something, and she can create like glyphs in the air to like block attacks and shit. So her personal skill is she instead uses those glyphs as footsteps so that she can like jump through the air and shit.
Nice.
As opposed to using them to block attacks, and therefore she gets her special skill from that, because she took something in game and changed it into something else and put her own unique spin on it. So Log Horizon's fucking great. It's 2 seasons, 22 episodes each or something like that.
I was going to ask if you watched both.
I've watched the entire thing, and I want there to be more.
There probably will be. It did pretty well.
I also watched the entirety of Overlord, which is, again, same concept. Dude gets stuck in his game as like this stupid, overpowered character, and then it's just him trying to figure out what he should do. Dude.
You know what would be like the best anime in the Sword Art Online but not Sword Art Online genre?
What be that?
A character that isn't the fucking best of all time.
Right?
Literally every anime. I am the fucking god of this world.
That's another reason. That's another reason why I loved freaking Log Horizon so much, because it's like, yeah, they're all max level, but none of them are like this god tier character that can just break all the rules.
Yeah, they effectively work as new players.
Exactly. Like, they have to work as a team. It's like later on in the second season, they go on an actual raid, and there's like 30 members of the team, and it's like they have like specific formations. They have like, I need you to be casting this spell at this time, and I need to know cooldowns, and like blah 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 blah. Like, it's fucking awesome. Whereas Sword Art Online, Kirito's just like, I'm just gonna use my second sword now and take out the fucking floor 75 boss by myself. Yeah. Okay, bud. Okay, bud. But like, don't get me wrong, I like SAO. I like SAO for what it is. It's just, it could have been done so much better.
The first 15 episodes are gold. Everything after that starts going downhill.
Yeah. And then the other one that I started watching but didn't get to the end because I just started to get bored. I started watching Konosuba.
Oh,
which is like, yeah, dude dies, gets teleported to an alternate reality. He has the option to pick like a type of magic or a skill or whatever that he takes into this new world with him, and instead he decides to be this petty fucking idiot, and he's like, no, the goddess that's dealing with my shit right now and being a huge bitch, you're coming with me. And then the whole anime is literally just him being fucking useless and him with his fucking harem. And I'm like, I mean, you could have had like cryokinesis or fucking time control or something, but oh no, you had to be fucking petty and take the fucking stupid ass water goddess with you. Yeah. Like, dumbass.
Fucking anime scum.
Yeah, so I mean, I got like maybe 10 or 15 episodes in, and I was just so tired of it being the same thing. He's useless. One of the characters does something. He says, good job, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, God damn, this sucks.
I am done with this.
Yeah, because he's just so useless. Like, he gets no abilities. He has no powers. He's just normal. And I'm like, this sucks. Because that's the problem. It's like, it's nice for an anime to have, like, a not God character.
Yeah,
as the main character, but if they got fuck all going for them, they're just boring.
So, I had one other little thing that I wanted to talk about, and then we should probably wrap this up because it's pretty late.
Sounds like a plan.
Do you know of My Anime List?
Yeah, it's an online service, isn't it?
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, My Anime List is... it may have started off as a forum, but it's kind of a way to track what you've been watching. It also has like a seasonal chart, and whenever you watch an episode, you can go into the forum and discuss it with other anime fans and stuff, and it has a rating service. What I'm using it for is anything that I've watched. You just put it in your list, you say you've watched it, and when I want to go watch anime, I can be like, hey, I've seen that. What's in my plan to watch? And I'll go to my plan to watch, and it'll be like, hey, let's try this one.
That's cool.
It also tracks your average ratings, and it also tracks how many approximate days you've watched or read, because it also has manga. So
Okay.
it's actually going to be pretty useful for me, I think, in the future, because like I have so many manga where I've read 10 to 20 chapters and I wanted to keep reading, but now I can't even remember where I was. Or like animes where I'm like 13 episodes in and I'm like, well, I don't want to rewatch the first 13, but I'm not sure if I stopped on 13, 14, 15, or 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With manga for me, I've always just been like, I don't remember where I am. I'm just gonna like skip back 10 chapters from where I know I was and just reread it all.
See, I try that sometimes, but I usually don't remember what was in those 10 chapters anyways.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to be lost, I might as well be lost from where I was.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I just really like it, because I used to have a list that I had on my iPod in the Notes app, where it was just like a bullet point list of everything I'd watched, all the OVAs, all the movies, everything I've read, and then a massive list of everything I plan to watch.
Yeah.
And it just didn't do it, because it's like I wanted to go back to watch Bakemonogatari, or one of the Monogatari series shows. And it was like, I don't fucking remember which episode I was on. It's like, I want to go back to watch Excel World. I don't remember what fucking episode I was on.
I love Excel World. I wish it updated faster, because I read the manga.
Right.
So. But, yeah, no. Excel World's good. I enjoy Excel World.
I have the first novel.
Ooh. Oh, like the actual written one.
Yeah, the light novel it was based off of.
Yeah.
Fun fact, same guy who made Sword Art Online.
Yep. He even did a little crossover manga bit.
Yeah.
Where Kirito and the main guy, what's his name? Hiro, I think.
Yeah.
They fight.
I just remember the promotional art for that.
Mm-hmm. It's a good little chapter. Like they have a pretty hardcore fight. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So, with my anime list, the thing I'm doing right now is like the huge arduous task it is to fucking transfer my entire list. Because it's not even a complete list, because when I made the first list, it was just the things that I remembered. It's not literally everything I've watched. It's like maybe half of what I've watched. So like I got 120 entries in there, but there's also another 120 that I don't remember.
Jesus.
Yeah. But I think it's going to help me a lot with just catching up on anime, because I realized that the past 3.5 years worth of new animes, I've pretty much watched like maybe 3.
Yeah.
And I was going back and I'm like, holy fuck, this came out 3 years ago? Like Dagashi Kashi, which is actually one I dropped, but like, it's 3 fucking years old at this point. I was like, I thought that came out like last season.
Yeah.
The time be flying.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of anything else anime that I could talk about.
What's that? You cut out.
I said God damn it. I said I can't think of anything else anime that I want to talk about. What
Guys, I hate to tell you this, but I think Kelryx is dead. That little demon in his closet got to him finally.
Hello?
He's trying to communicate from beyond the dead.
Okay. You're just being an idiot.
Oh, he's back.
I hate you.
Are you a ghost?
Yes.
Oh, so I was right.
Yep. Very right.
Oh, God. I feel sorry for you.
Anyways, do we want to wrap this up?
I don't know. You were about to say something, then you completely cut out.
I was literally about to say that I can't think of anything else to say.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mostly just wanted to mention my anime list because I think it's a really cool service.
It is.
Yeah.
It's nifty. And like you can watch and read on there, right?
You don't watch and read on the site, but you can track what you've watched and read on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
I
handy.
like that.
It's actually kind of nice because like I'd be searching up in the quick search for things I'd already watched and stuff, and then I'd realize that there was like an OVA and a special that came out with the manga or something. So I'm like, oh shit, I didn't actually finish this. So I just keep finding more shit to watch, pretty much.
If I could think of anything that had happened to me on, this would be super cool. But because I don't think I've ever just forgotten to finish something, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
It's not necessarily forgetting to finish, but like, I can't think of a specific example, but like an OVA would come out 2 months after the anime finished. I'd never fucking know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, that was episode 16. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Nice.
Why don't you wrap it up?
Oh, okay. Anyways, so that was episode 16 of the Infinity Games podcast. Even though it was only half games, but we said that in our very first episode ever, that it would be mostly games with some anime, so shut your mouths.
Yeah, did you read the description?
Yeah, God. So anyways, this was episode 16. Again, I'm KelryxsKing.
And I'm Jukeboxhero.
And we'll see you guys next week for episode 17.
Fairly well.
Bye!